I'm alive, and it's live, and it's live. What is going on? What is going on? Back once again. Happy Friday. I know some people don't like that terminology, but we still use it. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Let people get into the chat. It's going to be an interesting one. You've got me for the next hour. My name is MJ. Welcome to Life After 40. I realize I never really do an intro like that. And I see the YouTubers I watch, man, they always do an intro. And I always fail to do that. So, welcome. My name's MJ. This is Life After 40. Um, get comfortable, get a drink, get a snack. You have got me for the next hour. Those that are there, we're going to let a few people get in, get comfortable. And yeah, man, we're gonna get it started. Oh, man, I feel parched. Let me get some. Drinking some. Oh man, I should have replenished that. That is some nice sparkling water there. Good for the soul. Um, People, let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can see me. I always have issues with this, like because I see people. Okay, just as I was saying that people are coming in. Okay, so we've got uh big up for that profile photo, man. I love that, Mr. Bean. Bean. Classic, classic, man. FH, man, how you doing? Thanks for watching the videos, man. Love for the love. Kevin, what is going on? Good to see you. We're gonna let a few people get in. Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully you can see me. Yeah, man. Let everyone get in and get comfortable. Um by the way, I always say HBO help a brother out, man. Look at this. Look, I got this T-shirt. The ball and chain. Let me just hide that. It's got me this T-shirt, man. She had this one. Thing's a bit low though, but I have to lift it up. But HBO help a brother out. Love that, man. So that's cool, man. So shout out to her. I'm gonna rep that one, innit? Bloody hell, giving man merch and that. You know what I mean? That's cool, man. It's love for the love. um, but yes, what is going on, John Paul Harrington? Hello, everybody. The Courage to Be Liked, like the book. Yes, you know what? See, I knew about this book, right? And yeah, when I was doing this title, I was like, when you just like, I'm writing the title, but I'm like, it's kind of familiar to me, but it's in my head, and yeah, it was the book. I haven't read that book. I listened to a bit of the audio of that actually, but I haven't gone into that. But yeah, I know it's actually a book. Um, yeah, man. Okay, you can hear me loud and clear. That's cool, man. Yeah, let everyone come in. I know some people. It's hard for some people to do. Let me know if you prefer the Fridays or the Saturdays. See, for me, Fridays seems to be easier, even though like sometimes it's a bit peak because working and sometimes the work is so strenuous. Like this work day was tough. This whole week has been tough, man. Man, has it's been a crazy week. Not just globally with all the things that have happened, but just personally, man. Like yeah, my missus went to hospital and all that. She's good now, but yeah, we had to go to hospital for that, and then just other stuff, other little things happening here and there, man. It's been a interesting week. Let's just say that. So I'm so glad the week is over, and it's been a hard work week as well. I still haven't had my probationary period. For those who know, my current work, they give me a 3-month probationary period. Still ain't had that. I'm like, and then there's this girl that I work with, or woman, and she's had a 3 month. She's up for her 3 month probationary period, but they're like, yeah, where's your one? And like, oh yeah, they're sorting out a system. They're sorting it out. It's a new system, so it takes time. I'm like, bro, we're into 4 months. Like, is this your way of telling me you extended it? I don't know. I don't know. But hopefully next week we'll get some answers. What's going on there? Just let me know in it. Like either way, man. Just stop mucking around. But that's besides the point. But yeah, it's been a very interesting week for real. Scotland Scorpion. I'm female at Nick D and just caught my first like okay, are you saying you replying to someone? Oh yeah, you're replying to Nick D. Okay, yeah. Okay, cool, man. Okay. Oh, so Nick D's a female. Okay, man. Yeah. Shout out all the females, man. I mean, love to the men, love to the women, love to everyone. Do you know what I'm saying? Although people think that for the a couple videos I put this week, man, I have hate in my heart, which is interesting. So yeah, the intros that the videos that I posted this week were quite controversial. Actually, it was actually interesting, and some of the comments on the videos actually made me want to do this video because it was a lot of upset people there, man. Yeah, I am going to unsubscribe and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, all right. So a lot of upset people, a lot of people that said, yeah, man, say your thing. I feel the same. Some people don't, but that's the power of speaking and sharing thoughts and sharing ideas and collaborating and having opinions and debating and stuff like this. It shouldn't be something where you get offended about. It should be something where you can have a healthy debate about. You can talk about, share your opinions, and afterwards you shake hands and go away. I have football supporters that support other football friends who support other teams. They can support their team. I can support mine. And bitter rivals. After that, you have a handshake and you go your way. It was like the whole lockdown, the COVID and everything. They had people that were for it, people that were against it. I was like, all right, if you don't think like me, that's cool. Shake hands and well, maybe they won't want to shake my hand actually, put gloves on, but have your opinion, I have my opinion, and you go away. But it seems like everyone can't do that. It's either black or white. So yeah, man, very, very interesting. But let me go for the comments before we start. So Scotland Scorpion there. Where do I work? Yeah, it is. It's an office. I work in an office. Funnily enough, actually, as well, I want to big up someone. I won't mention his name, but I actually met a subscriber. This guy, he got in contact with me. We like shooting messages back and forth, and actually, yeah, caught up with him. Had a coffee and tea and a little bit of chocolate cake. That was nice in Liverpool Street Station. So yeah, it was good, man. Good guy as well. So yeah, it was nice. So yeah, big up to him. Won't mention the name, but big up if you're watching. Big up, man. Um, Thank you, man. I will try and keep up the good work. Um, Angry man, MJ. It's my final week at work next week. Shall I take the piss? I got confronted by my boss because other colleagues don't think I'm friendly because I don't give eye contact. Well, so what? Do they think you're like weird or something? I don't know. Don't you know what? I've always said this, and I was always taught this. Never crap on your doorstep, or never crap on your previous job. Never leave it in a dodgy way because you never know when you might run into these people again, and it could be you could work for that, like work with them in a different company, or they may know the boss of your boss. All this kind of things. It's interconnected. You never know. I've had that where I've left something and then gone to a new place, and then the person that started there in a higher up position than me was the previous boss of my old company. So imagine if I told him to do one, which I wanted to. Do you know what I'm saying? It could have been a bit sticky for me. So, just leave respect to me. You don't have to do the work drinks. You don't have to do that. You just say, listen, man, it's great. Thanks for having me on board. I'm out. Deuces. You know what I'm saying? Don't call in sick of your last day. Do your last day, but just give as little as you can just to get through the day. Don't give all your energy. Just do what you need to do, and that's it. But I always say, don't do anything. I advise you, don't take the piss, man. In the head, you could just be taking it easy. Obviously, there's no pressure. If you don't get the work done, you don't get the work done. You know what I mean? What they're gonna do? Fire you? But just don't don't hit them or anything like that. I don't know what you're intending to do, but yeah, just leave it peacefully, man. Bow out. Just so sayonara, suckers. No, don't say that. So yeah, man. Okay, let's go through it. So yeah, don't burn bridges. Don't burn bridges, man. Um, yeah, it was cool, man. Like I thought we was gonna actually get some like booze or something alcohol, but no, it was a nice. We saw a little coffee shop place. I don't know if whoever knows Liverpool Street. There's a place right opposite the station entrance. There's this like big building. They have like lots of coffee. They have teas and all this kind of thing. Quite fancy. It has 2 floors as well. Yeah, it was nice. Never actually been in there before, but it was cool. We will go through some of the comments and then we'll start the show, man. They defo gossip about me. I know they do. but they tell my manager not to my face. I'm just very anti when I'm there, but I might just take the pic. Nah, well, it's up to you, but I just advise you not to. Funny enough, I went to work here last yesterday. I went in the office, and everyone's a bit weird when I entered. Like everyone's a bit funny with me, and I think it's because they're starting to watch my videos. I think, but they're not saying. So yeah, it was interesting. Very yeah. Some people that would just do the whole hi, all that kind of stuff, avoiding me. But hey, it is what it is, man. This is the thing about speaking up. Speaking up. Standing your ground. Not being scared to speak out and say how you feel. I'm gonna go into that and how I'm still working on it, but I used to be very timid in these kind of things and always was a people pleaser. But I'll get into it in a bit because I think my story will resonate with some of you. Um, Susu says, "Hi, not been on your live before. I like what you have to say. All I want to see is unity in our beautiful country. So do I. Oh, so Pete, yeah. So I put out a video this week. Oh, which one did people? Which one was more controversial? I think maybe the one with the Charlie Kirk one, his wife. Yeah, but obviously I talked about the march and some people were very angry because I went there, and some people were saying, yeah, they had a good time there and everything was great, which is good for you, man. I'm glad the experience. Like, I know there's good people that go to these places. I know there's bad people. It's just the same thing that I've seen. It's like, take BLM. BLM was about Black Lives Matter. Of course, Black Lives Matter, as well as white lives, Asian lives, India, all these lives matter. But anyway, it's about Black Lives Matter, which obviously I agree with. Of course, our lives matter. But they take the idea, and people have the idea and go for that. But there's nefarious things about that where there's an insidious plot behind it. And yeah, these women actually found out they were pocketing the money and stuff like this. So whenever you tell me there's this cause and it's run by that's one person who's going to save the world, who's going to lead us all into freedom and all that kind of stuff, and then you've got the media like saying positive things and backing it. I've been on this earth long enough to know that's probably BS. Um, I want the place to be united, but I don't trust what these people do because they take an idea, something that's pure that people want, and they use that and then they start flipping maneuvering it to nefarious gains. So that's what I was trying to get. Like I would never I'd never want to be part of, that. Do you know what I mean? I would want to do something that's organic. I like to do something where I know it's been made by the people, not funded by any certain dodgy, nefarious people, but actually, grassroots by the people. People come together, collaborating, forming a community, and then we go and do a peaceful march because we really do want change. We do want unity. And some of these people don't want it. They're using it as a weapon, you know? And some people there have nefarious intentions. Some people there don't want any good to happen. You know what I mean? So you have to be careful of these things. I say what I say because I'm not smart or anything. I've just seen this stuff before. I've been on this earth long enough. It's like when people talk about Keir Starmer. If we get Keir Starmer out, everything's going to be all right. Just get him out. I'm like, are you guys crazy? From all the Gordon Browns, Tony Blair, like, do you not get it? It's never the people in power. It's never get them out and then it'd be all right. Why is it that all these people have been in charge and they've had their power and the country has gone to crap and it's gone in a downwards trajectory? Just like when you tell the people talk about Trump as a savior and QAnon and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, I preferred Trump to Biden, but I don't trust Trump. Trump ain't gonna. He's supposed to lead us out. To he's gonna save us all. Some man that's working for the state. You think they're gonna let someone in that can actually overturn and bring goodness and salvation to the world, to the country, to the state? You think they're going to let that, the powers that be are going to let that in? No. So it's just about being aware of these things. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah. All right, I'll read a couple more comments and then we get into it. Um, you're very brave doing these work related videos on the internet. They've defo seen it. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. It was, listen, you need to be there. Like, you can feel when I walked in, yeah, it was like in the movies, you know, in the movies where someone comes in like a Western or something. Not even a Western, but someone goes in the room, like in the pub or the bar or something, and the music just like, and everyone just like quiet. Literally like that. Everyone was awkward as hell against me. A lot of people weren't even giving me eye contact. And I was like, yeah, they probably seen it, innit? Well, good. You know, I noticed they went out for drinks. Of course, they went out for drinks yesterday, but they didn't ask me. So yeah, they've seen it, man. Listen, you could be watching this now. If you're watching this now, I have no issue with you. I just have issues with the fact of going out for drinks all the time. I want to go home. I've worked long enough with you, and that's where I want to keep it. I want to do my work and be polite and stuff like that. And yeah, listen, if I make any friends there, then cool. But you're my work colleagues. I'm your work colleague. We work together, and then I'll go about my business. I've got my family at home. I've got friends I'd like to catch up with. Like the other day, I caught up with the guy, a subscriber, who's a really nice guy, and and I'd love to see him as a friend in the future. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and it's not that I'm antisocial. I'm just sociable with the people I want to be social with. Do you know what I mean? Because some people you can't talk about stuff with, like serious stuff. We were getting, listen, some of the stuff we were talking about, I need to share. Not his stuff, but the topics we were talking about, definitely need to make videos for that. So you're going to see some outrageous videos coming up. But some of the stuff was deep. We were getting in there, man. We were really delving in, like, to society, life, spirituality, gin, all these kind of things, witches, war, all these kind of things. We were going into the Matrix, everything. With these people, what am I going to talk about? How Sarah got smashed on a night out last Tuesday. How Peter, like, he forgot the cartridge out the printer. Like, what are you going to talk about? Do you know what I mean? Oh yeah, it was a good result on the other day. Like, yeah, I like to talk about football, but I want to talk about more. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so don't be offended. Um, Alice, what's going on? Hey MJ and everyone, blessed and grateful to be here. I'm grateful to have you. Grateful to have you. Um, all lives matter. Exactly. I was getting a lot of crap for that, boy. Did I have the old channel? I think I had the old channel. Yeah, I touched on it in the old channel. That probably helped the channel get removed. I touched on that and COVID, and yeah, that channel got removed. Which is why I am still working in the background on creating like a Patreon thing, because listen, it's not about yeah, I just want to have this and get money and stuff like that. Yeah, of course, I want to do something where I could just rely on this as my income, just because I love doing this. But also, I don't, YouTube. There's certain things I can't go in. I was saying this to the guy yesterday. I can't go in. I can go in. I can touch the surface, but I can't really go in about what I really want to talk about, because I'll be taken off this platform. So I have to really tread carefully with some of the stuff I speak about. Well, I want to create a place where with like-minded people that we can share stuff. I'm thinking about doing like watch parties on there, um watch alongs to like maybe videos that maybe get votes and stuff like this, documentaries. I've got so much good plans for that. you know Up videos where it's like really going in. Yeah, man, I've got plans for that, so that's why I want to create that. So I'm still working. I just want it to be the best it can be before I sort of like announce it and make it live. So just look out for that. If anyone hasn't seen, let me show you this, man. I have to give her a shout out, man. The old ball and chain. Look at this. She made me this, man. HBO, help a brother out. She made me the T-shirt because I always say it. So she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna I've got a surprise for you." She actually went out and did this for me, man. Like, love for the love, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Love for the love, man. It was beautiful. So I really respect that. Yeah, man. Maybe I have to start doing merch, innit? Um, Man, I've gone in. It's like nearly 20 minutes. I haven't even started with the show. Sorry, like a couple more comments and then I'll get into what I want to talk about. What do you think is the best and worst part about having a YouTube channel? So the best part of having a YouTube channel is connecting with you guys. Like, I actually love the lives. I love doing this. I love interacting in real time. I love that. I love doing my videos as well and speaking, and when I'm driving and stuff in a car and shooting a video. And sometimes how I do these videos, let me give you a little background, how I like a little behind the scenes. Sometimes I'll just be doing something. Let's say I'm at work and something will come into my mind. I'm like, I need to talk about that. So I get my phone, I WhatsApp the title of what I need to talk about, and I send it to myself, and I'll just number it. So I've got so much video ideas that I haven't got into yet. But just things that's happened, or man, this happened to me, man. I need to talk about this, or something like that's how I do it. So I love making videos, I love interacting with you. The worst part about YouTube, I'm not just saying, I can't think of the worst part. Even the comments, even the negative comments, I find some of them I find funny. Some of them I try not to react to, but some of them I do sort of. I get bite and I have to react to some of them and just send like a smart ass answer. But I don't think there's anything. I wish I could be more freer in what I say on YouTube, but there isn't nothing I really hate on it. No, no, I don't really. There's nothing I really hate about YouTube. So yeah, um, yeah, man. Let's see. Louise Sidebottom says Tommy Robinson getting a globalist mask on the big screen and flying Israeli flags all over the shop and grifting all the donations on Robinson's coke habit. Okay, I won't read the rest of that, but hey, hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. And so yeah, Sue, man, yeah, man. We all see it. Bless up to you, Sue. Um, yeah, yeah, exactly. I don't trust from when this is a rule of thumb. For when you see something get major coverage in a positive light by the news outlets, all this kind of stuff, that's when you know something's up. The jig is up. Don't really trust them, man. Um, I'm the work villain. I think I am, man. I think I'm the pantomime villain. They probably can't stand me like the way he talks about us like that. Like, yeah, they probably can't stand me. Hey, here's a theory. Maybe that's the reason I haven't had my probation period. Maybe they're collecting all these videos and they're going to tell me, yeah, what do you think about this? Hey, if it is, it is, man. Live by the sword, die by the sword. I'm at that point now where it is what it is. God has a plan for me and I trust in it. And it may get a bit sticky. It may get a bit sticky, but I believe, listen, I need to do a video about this, but I'm not a Christian or anything. I have Christian beliefs, but I wouldn't say I'm a Christian because I've said that before, but I think about no, because I'm very open. Like I've into spirituality and Christianity, and I respect both. Do you know what I mean? So, I wouldn't say I'm a outright Christian. I have Christian beliefs, yeah, but I'm not an outright Christian. But yeah, now I forgot where was I going with that? Oh, man, this is why I got to write stuff down. I don't know where I was going with this. Um, I don't know where I was going with that. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. It's going to be deep as well, but that happens to me all the time. That's the problem when you get to 41. I swear to God. Um, yeah. I am. I think I am, man. I think I am. Hey, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. I'll have my lunch break by myself. All right. Do you know what I'm saying? I've got people that I care about at home. I've got my family. I'm good. Just pay me. Oh no, I know what I was talking about now. The whole probationary period. That maybe I get all this content, these videos, and say, yeah, you're out. But like I said, I believe in God, and God's got a plan for me, so it is what it is. That's what I was basically trying to say. Um, yeah, I don't think I should. You should get your co-workers in the vids. Yeah. What do you mean, like just to, kind of, like do a little thing with a phone and just record them? Um, Anyway, you know what? I'm gonna get back to these comments. This is actually fun. And one day I need to do like a live Q&A. But let me get to the subject because I'm conscious of the people that actually came here for the subject. This is going to be a call-in show. I'm going to put the number after my little spiel as per usual. Let me just remind you of the number. Let me put that on. This is the number. The phone's off now. Also received some WhatsApp messages. So I will get back to your messages actually after this. But anyway, just that's the number there. So you can call me 07521 398982 or WhatsApp. Not going to be live now. The phone's off now, but it's going to be on. But let me get into the subject matter. And you can phone and talk about this, or you can talk about the videos. If you hate my guts now and you want to shout at me on the phone, just try to keep the language PG. And you need to call me with not a private number. It needs to be shown. But anyway, let me get into the topic. Let me take that off. And let me get into this. So, the courage to be disliked. The reason I did this video, actually, let me just have a little drink. The reason I did this video was actually because of the videos I posted this week. I knew they were going to be controversial. So, one with Charlie Kirk's wife, I had that feeling. I won't go into it, but I had that feeling. And this is shared by my partner. And, she shared it with me. And I made a video, put it all together, edited it, uploaded it. Before I publish, I was looking at it and I was thinking, this could be bad for me. People might not like this. I wasn't going to do it as well, actually. I wasn't going to make the video, but I had these feelings before I even made the video. But before I published, I was going to, people are going to hate me for this. People are going to unsubscribe, all that kind of stuff. They're not going to like it. But then I was like, this is teaching me something about myself and something I need to improve on. The courage to be disliked. See, there was a point in my life when I was afraid to share my true points and opinions. I don't know where it came from. Maybe it's my childhood, growing up. I'm not sure. But yeah, I was a people pleaser. I was very agreeable. And I just thought that was the right thing to do, to be a people pleaser. That means you're a good person, and a good person should avoid conflicts at all costs. That I should not share my true thoughts to avoid conflict. That was what I truly thought. And it impacted me. It made me feel sad and frustrated. And what I didn't realize at the time was that I was losing my identity. I was losing myself in this because I didn't stand up for anything. I was too scared to. Now, a lot of people wouldn't say this because it's embarrassing to say, but I'll say this. I was a coward. I was a coward. I was scared to show any sort of, I don't know, just any sort of like oomph to speak up, to protect myself, to stand up for myself. I wouldn't do that. And slowly my identity disappeared, you know. As a result of that, I sucked at like setting out boundaries, and people started taking advantage. And anytime at work they wanted something, I'd be like, yes, 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 yes. Never know. I could do everything. Even though I was struggling, too much workload I was taking on, it'd always be yes, you know. And what's worse is that yeah, I became a people pleaser. That was the worst thing, being a people pleaser. It's a downward spiral, and I felt crap. I felt really bad about it, and I suppressed my emotions. And I noticed, they didn't say it, but I noticed people around me started to lose respect for me. They respect the other people, the people that gave them crap and they didn't like. I noticed the people they didn't like, the people that are assholes, people that say, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm going up. No, no, no. My shift's over. All that kind of stuff. They actually respected them and didn't respect me. And that really hurt at the time, you know. And also, because I stopped thinking about these, also I stopped thinking about these complex things. And, you know, because when you lose respect for yourself, when you become a people pleaser, you lose the art of thinking about approaching conversations in a complex way. That how do I argue a point where it will justify my opinion? These sort of things were going, you know. My opinions weren't being able to be shared in an emotional, intelligent way because I didn't need to look at how I can argue this opinion, because I wasn't going to argue anything. I was just going to like say yes or just not say anything, just so I don't get attacked verbally or anything like that, you know. So that meant, my critical thinking skills went as well from that. Um, so then I tried to work on standing up for myself because it wasn't nice. It was a nice feeling. I felt weak. I didn't feel like a man. I felt like a different person, you know. And you don't always have to challenge things just because you can. Like, because think about it, there's a balance to it. If you always challenge something when you don't really need to, you become a Ken or a Karen, as they call it. I call it, the men's one's Ken, the women's one's a Karen. When you become annoying, just an annoying person, there's a balance to it. to critical opinions. Sometimes it's good to say something to challenge. Sometimes you don't need to. It's like, yeah, I'll pick my battles here. But if it really affects you, then you do it. But that's how we navigate emotional intelligence. Because, like I said, if you just like being argumentative and fighting of every single thing, you become annoying. You become one of these annoying Karens and Kens. So, like I said, it's like a balance there. You know. Um, Let me just have a drink here. You know, there's been times when I have stood up for myself, and it wasn't really needed. And then there was times that I didn't, but I failed to do that. I'm not perfect. This is something I'm still learning to do because it's been done. I've done it for years of my life, just being weak and bending over and just like taking it, just like, oh yeah, I can do that. I can do that. Oh yeah, I won't say that because they'd be offended, even though I felt a certain way, you know. And it affected my friendships as well that I had because I knew things were wrong, but I didn't stand up for certain things and say something, It was a fear of disapproval. That fear, it keeps you from expressing who you are, your authentic self, standing up for your values, challenging situations. It stops that. I think there's real wisdom in not needing to be universally liked and being comfortable with that. Looking in the mirror. There's actually one thing I saw. Jada was talking about it, Jada Smith, and I know we all have our thoughts on Jada Smith, but she was talking about, I know a lot of people feel bad about me. But I look in the mirror and I know I'm good. I'm clear with my conscience. And the things I've done, I'm not going to please everyone. But I'm good with that. Now you can say, oh, she's a narcissist, but if that's truly how she feels, then she's free in her own mind. It's that freedom to know that a lot of people don't like me because I've been honest, but they're gonna respect me. They're gonna know that I will challenge something that's wrong. You know, so they can't take me for an idiot. Do you know what I mean? You know, but when you constantly avoid saying anything to upset others, you suppress your authentic voice. You suppress that person within. You miss the opportunity to be, to say something meaningful in a meaningful discussion. You live by other people's expectations, rules. Yeah, you're like a puppet. You don't live by your own anymore. You live to do everything that they want you to do. That's acceptable. To stay in the friend zone, not the friend zone where you try and get that girl and she's on a long thing talking about the guy that she likes, and you just listen to it thinking, oh, when am I gonna get my chance? Not that kind of friend zone. Talk about a friend zone where you've not been accepted and you're living by other people's opinions and their thoughts, and you're just abiding to that like a puppet. You know, the courage of being disliked doesn't mean you have to be confrontational, like I said as well. It doesn't mean to be. You're just there to call out unfairness, um, call out unfairness, not just for other people but for yourself. And when you do this, you'll get respect. I've seen it when I've done it. I've been respected more when I've practiced this. And this is something I'm still doing. It's something I'm still doing, man. But I look at people like my mum, in the family. I know she doesn't like talk about the family, but I'm going to say this: like the way that there's issues and the way other people kind of bow down. She don't bow down to nothing. She tells them what's up. When other members of family, like, cower down, she tells them what's up, and they don't like her for it, but they respect her for it more than other people that are bowing down. They respect the hell out of her. They're cautious when she's in the room. They don't want to contact her. They won't try anything funny. They won't try and put one over. That's what having self-respect for yourself and calling out BS does. and it's hard to do when you've been living as a people pleaser all your life. But I look at people as well, like David Icke. Now I know, he said a lot of crazy things to some people. Reptilians is the obvious one. Remember on the Terry Wogan show, he said he was Jesus. Um, he said, there's a Saturn is like a place where people, it's like a spaceship, and people are inside that and are changing people's just the environment and stuff like that, manipulating the people through Saturn, all these kind of things, outrageous stuff. And he's been, he said a lot of stuff that people know have come true, like microchips in people, problem reaction solutions. Create a problem, see a reaction, come out with a solution. Um, Inside jobs. I won't name the inside jobs because this is YouTube, and I'm talking globally. Inside jobs. Um, let's say kid fiddlers. We call it kid fiddlers. Known kid fiddlers. He came out of it before anyone was coming out with that. And he said a lot of stuff, and he was lambasted by it. He was shunned by it. But I always respect him, man, because even in some way, it's like it takes my mind a bit, like I have to really be my mind. My mind is kind of open, but it's like, whoa, all right, David, this is a wild theory, like. But I just look at him. I respect that he does all this with people laughing at him, you know, platforms getting deplatformed and stuff like that. But he always says, man, it always stuck with me when he says, I don't want to be that guy. And when the kids ask him, when the revolution, when the revolution came and you didn't, what were you doing? I was like, oh, I was helping to enslave you. That's what I was doing, darling. I didn't fight for your freedom. No, I was the one helping. I was on the other side, enslaving people. I don't want to be that guy. And I always respected that. Like Muhammad Ali when he went into prison, like Rosa Parks, And what do these people have in common? They, they stand for positions of unpopular opinions at the time, but they prioritize their principles over their popularity. They're willing to face serious consequences. Remember, Ali went into jail when he was Cassius Clay because he wasn't going to fight in a war. Yeah, they spoke the truth when it was dangerous to speak the truth, and a lot of people had that during 5 years ago when you speak about the truth and then you get losing jobs and all sorts. One other thing is history tends to show them that they were right as well. It backs them up, and they inspire others by their braveness. They inspire others by walking that tightrope, leading by example, sticking to their beliefs, and not going for the common denominator, for the common way of thinking if they don't believe it to be true, and sticking to that, not being bought or paid or anything like that, paid out. You know, I've even seen Denzel Washington talk about it. Like when they talk about this cancel, like they can't cancel you if you're uncancelable. If you don't rely on popular opinion or you don't rely on these people, if you can sort your life where you rely on by yourself, you manage yourself. You don't let that stop you. And yeah, I know there's there's nuances to that. It's work and cancel if you're like an actor and stuff like that, but you get the general gist. You know. But I just want to go through stories of where I failed in this and speaking my truth. One was when I had a friend. We're not friends anymore. It was a girl, and she was getting conned by this guy, African dude, who basically she's older than me at the time. She was like in her 40s, and I was in my 30s at the time. And she was saying how this guy, he says he plays for Barcelona B team, but yet he's asking for money because the lights have gone out in his room, and she's never met him in person before. They met online, and them common ones you see on these documentaries. It was obvious. I knew, well, I had a strong belief that he was a con artist, that he was playing it, and I didn't say anything. I said, "Oh, okay, yeah, nice." I didn't say anything because I didn't want her, because she told me about a friend that said it, and then she got angry with him, and I didn't want her to be angry with me. And what happened? He ended up conning her in the end. I didn't say anything. Even if she still went ahead of it, I would have felt better in myself because I knew that he was a con artist. And I held back out of fear of what happened to our friendship. I mean, we're not friends now, but that's for other reasons. But, you know, not too long ago, this is like I'm saying, I'm not perfect. I'm still working on these things. One of my colleagues, I did some work, animation work, and someone took the credit for that. And it's happened before. I didn't speak up and say, no, I did that. You know, not speaking up. Do you know what I mean? The two videos I released earlier this week, they were examples of when I did say my truth. And I knew, especially with the I knew, especially with the Charlie Kirk one, I was going to get a lot of pushback from that. And yeah, it could damage the channel and just, end up end the YouTube game, for me. But I believe it, man. I believe it to be true. And I want to pride myself in being honest. I want to pride myself in being authentic because there's not much people like that anymore. Even when I was watching a reaction video today of a movie and the girl's crying over something, and it's like, it's fake crying, man. I'm like, oh my God, I can see right through that. I can't even watch that reaction because it's disingenuous. It's not authentic. You're acting to get views. I can't do that, man. You get the real from me. Yeah, I won't grow as fast as other YouTubers then. I'm not doing safe topics. I was told this topic ain't safe by the certain people. I won't say who, but people tell me don't do these videos. It's not a safe topic. I know, but I can't hide from what I am, what I feel, and this is me. Wherever that takes me, I don't know. And the work drinks. I did a video about the work drinks. A lot of views on that one because I think a lot of people felt the same, and I didn't think I was just crashing out, man. I was just like mad. And a lot of people felt that, and I'm not scared to say no. There's work drinks a couple of weeks ago. I was like, nah. And I didn't even give her an excuse. Just like, no. I didn't even do the whole, oh yeah, got my daughter, pick up my daughter, oh, I've got to do this. I was just like, nah. I'm tired of playing games. I'm tired of being nice and making myself suffer to do something to please other people. I can't live like that. Um, but anyway, there is a link I want to get to. But let me go through the. Let me go. Actually, you know what? Let me just read this link. Actually, no. Let me go to the chat. Let me go to the chat. Let me go to the chat. And see what you guys are saying. Let's go to the comments. So, okay, greetings M2476 from Elin. Love the HBO. Nice one. Online shirt. Yeah, we'll look into that, man. We'll look into that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. I like that. Find yourself before you expect someone to find you. I like that, man. Yeah, I like that. Okay, people having conversations here. Yeah. Okay, Mum of Many and Glory of God. Yeah, what's up, man? I love that name. As I get older, I have no time for people's nonsense. I have low tolerance for it. Yeah, I think it is when you get older as well, man. It's just like as you get older, the time gets shorter. I think they say that average person, it lives up to 80. So I've got more time. I've had more time go behind me than I've got ahead of me. So I really want to make that count. I really want to make that count and not waste time doing things all the time that I don't want to do. You know. Now there's stuff that you need to do if not to be selfish. If you're in there's things you need to do that may not suit you all the time. But when you can help it, you have to look after yourself, you know? Um, Hi, I'm from Cambodia. Just woke up. It's 4:44 a.m. for me. Wow, what a number, 4:44. I'm sure that must mean something. Is that an angel number or something? I don't know. But wow, man, I appreciate that, man. Jeez, you need a coffee or something. Are you good? I'm so blessed for you to tune into this, man. Um, so blessed for that. Uh, Elections just give us the illusion of choice. Uh, Walk alone. Um, I like being disliked. You know what? You know when you're being disliked, like obviously it can mean you're just an evil BS, but it can also mean that you're doing something right. You know when you do something that is impactful and different, a lot of people hate on that. A lot of people don't just hate you or hate what you're saying. They hate the fact that you did it. They hate the fact that you've chosen not to go the easy path and you're doing something that's making you different and shining. People hate that because people want to be that. So that's when you get a lot of hate. That's when you get a lot of comments and stuff like this, derogatory comments. Because if you don't like something, why give it the energy? Just leave it and say, unsubscribe and just leave it alone. But I had comments saying, what was it? I'm so mad at what you just said. I hate you, all this kind of stuff. I had some comments like that. I'm like, bro, like, calm down, innit? Just unsubscribe and go about your business, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just, or maybe they might want to call in the show. Yeah, yeah. If you want to call in the show and give me a lot of your hate, you can if you like. Let me put that number up. Let me put the number. Let's make it live now, man. Let's make it live. Let me put the number. 1 second. So this is the number. You can call in and share whatever you want to share. If it's rude, I'll cut you off. Well, not if it's offensive, I'll cut you off, man. Because we don't want that. Just for not just for me, just for the people, man. I don't really mind. I've heard a lot of stuff said to me, but anyway. So the number is live. So the number to call in 07521 398 982, and you can call in from WhatsApp if you're from another country. If you want to talk about the videos I've posted this week or any other week, you can. If you want to talk about this topic that I'm talking about, you can. Um, Meanwhile, I'll go to a link that I want to read because I thought it was quite interesting. If someone calls, I'll just stop and pick the call. But this is from medium.com, the neuroscience of validation. I'm not sharing, I'm just going to read it. But this is quite interesting. I'm going to read this. A personal journey through validation. It's not that long. As I've delved into studying neuroscience, I've been using ChatGPT to test my understanding of complex concepts. To my surprise, the AI often responds with praise, commending the depth of my question and how I'm thinking like a scientist with system levels insights rather than linear reasoning. At first, I felt oddly satisfied, but soon it became grating, almost manipulative. Why was this AI so eager to validate me? And why did it stir such a mix of emotions? This experience led me to reflect on validation itself, why humans crave it, how it shapes our behavior, and what it means for managing teams in today's world. My suspicion is this praise stems from upbringing in Eastern Europe, born in 1970s. Those were tough times. Scarcity plagued shops and shadow of two world wars and communism loomed large. My parents hardened by survival. Achievements were expected, not celebrated. The only time I heard validation was when my parents boasted to others, planting the subconscious belief that external approval mattered. This narrative quickly shaped me, nudging me toward a high flying career in strategy consulting in London, where the optics of success were as important as the work itself. Looking back, I see how a lack of early validation fueled the drive for external recognition, even if I pursued my own interests. This personal lens raised a broader question. If validation or its absence can shape an individual's life so profoundly, what role does it play in our workplaces? Do we praise our teams enough for their efforts? And does it matter? More intriguingly is AI tendency to dish out praise, revealing a human need we've neglected. So yeah, I want to read that for two reasons. One, I was curious. Does when you use ChatGPT, does it give you praise? Does it validate you? Does it say things in a way which makes you feel better about yourself? Also, it's just interesting to see the story of how things happen to you early on in your life create this validation of needing to be accepted, needing to be liked, because you didn't receive that as a child. You didn't receive that in your early years. You didn't receive the hugs and the kisses and the well dones and all that kind of stuff. So you're on a constant chase for that you didn't receive earlier. But then they're talking to the neuroscience of it. So let me just read a bit more. The neuroscience of validation, why it feels so good. When someone acknowledges our efforts, it triggers a release of dopamine in our brain's reward centers, particularly the nucleus accumbens. This feel good neurotransmitter reinforces behaviors, making us want to repeat the actions that earn the praise. That's kind of like why with our daughter, like, when she does something, you praise them. So it makes them want to feel validated to do it again because they want that reward. You do that with a dog when you're giving them a treat. It's that some we have that nature, to to get that dopamine hit of being rewarded. Validation also engages the prefrontal cortex, which processes social feedback and strengthens our sense of belonging, a critical factor for survival in our evolutionary past. Oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone, may also spike when we feel seen and valued, fostering trust and connection. But there's a flip side. Chronic lack of validation can elevate stress hormones like cortisol, reducing engagement and increasing burnout risk. For those like me who grew up in sparse praise, the brain may adapt by seeking external validation to fill that gap, creating a subconscious drive that persists into our adulthood. This isn't just a personal quirk. Research suggests many adults carry unmet needs of recognition, influencing their workplace behavior. If validation shapes our natural wiring, it's no surprise that it impacts how we perform, connect, and stay loyal to teams. And it goes into other stuff that's not relevant. Well, it is kind of relevant, but not too much. But just wanted to, I thought that was quite fascinating, like how the mind works in regards to receiving that praise. Why we want to be, we feel to be agreeable and not speak out because we want that. Oh yeah, you agree like me. Yeah, yeah, you're good. Oh, you don't agree with what I say. Oh, you're bad. That means you're bad. Do you know what I mean? It's interesting, man. So I thought I'd read that, but let me go into your rest of your comments. Um, okay, let me see. Ah, Godivore. I'm a 68-year-old gent. As long as you keep your head on the sky, you can win. Blessings, fam. Cool. I don't know if that's for me or someone else in the chat, but yeah, man, love for the love. Anyway, um, do you believe that there is life after death? I don't believe it's what we experience here. I believe this is a human experience, um, where you have different feelings. It's supposed to be pleasurable to have good and bad, but yeah, I believe it's not the same sort of thing. I believe when you leave this body, you connect back to the source, and I believe that that's just I can't comprehend or explain that feeling, but I just know it's like you're back to where you belong. It's kind of like I feel like this is just like a holiday, but you return to the source of the power. So yeah, I don't know if you want to call that life, but that's just what I believe. Um, Liam Bream, humanity is in a bad place. Everyone is not sure of themselves anymore. Unplugged, seriously. I'm watching humans change so fast and not for the best, not for the better. Yeah, yeah. It's interesting, isn't it? How we've changed, and also what's not a coincidence how AI has evolved so quickly. It's gone so dramatically while we've changed. Is that anything to do with humanity? All these programs and devices and AI and all this kind of stuff. This is affect who we are. This is shape us. because we aren't the same people. I also believe, and I've done a video about this, that I believe the world ended a long time ago, 2012. So it ain't that long, but I believe the world ended, and yeah, we went into a new timeline. You know, if anyone's seen the show Loki, when he goes into the timeline splits, I believe we're in a different timeline, a different reality. I believe that was the world ending phenomenon, like the you know, these people, the fortune tellers, not fortune tellers, but these Nostradamus noise kind of people are talking about in regards to the world ending. They meant humanity ending, you know. Let me just I'm gonna put the number up if you wanna call. You know, obviously, you know, if you call, you call. If you don't, you don't. We keep it moving anyway. But I always like a call. I always like to know what people have to say. Um, yeah, let's see. Um, yeah, and Ian Bream, yeah. The government have weaponized devices. They have. They've weaponized the media, devices, and it kind of devices and social media that shows you who you're supposed to be. And if you ain't that person, you're not good enough because you need to be like Z person. You need to have what they have the material possessions that they have, boast like they boast. You know, grind, be on the grind, be built different. You know, get to the gym, like, you know, all this kind of stuff. Like, gym is good, but there's so much of this kind of eat this and be a herbivore, be this and be a carnivore, eat meat, eat protein, eat that, do this. Like, you know, if you're not this, you're a loser. You know, I always remember that thing. Was it? I need 100 mirrors in my room to only see winners. Like, you know, this kind of crap. Like, where the hell are we going? I saw this thing, and I'm gonna do. You'll see a video of it next week probably. But there's this nurse that's what is it? So she just lost a patient, and then she's filming herself after she lost a patient, crying. So she just lost a patient. She put her phone on a tripod, obviously, and made sure the lighting was good and filmed herself, lighting with some quote there and some music in the background. I mean, people don't even like, don't even delve into the emotional, just to the emotional things that have happened when you've just lost a life that you're operating on, and you're making TikTok reels of it. Of you're making their death your pain, and you're making your pain the forefront. This is what humans do now. It's mad, crazy, you know. But this is what humanity does. This is what was rewarded. You can't even operate on people without making it about yourself when you lose a life. This ain't normal. This ain't right. It's crazy. But there's certain things, there's certain reasons for it, I believe. I believe people have been programmed. They've been changed. And we were chopping up yesterday. I'm going to make some videos, but, you know, one of the things that the guy that I spoke to was saying is like, you know, he's seen stuff where he believes that a lot of people have been changed to, you know, when they had that 5 years ago. And now they're more in tune with AI than the people that haven't, because they've had these things put inside them. It gets wild. The story gets deeper. How far do you want to go down a rabbit hole? Man, maybe I should name my the Patreon thing I'm going to call Rabbit Hole, because I want to get deep with these things, because there's stuff that's going on we don't even know. The world is nothing like what you thought it was. Nothing like what you thought it was. And when I realized that, I was scared as hell. And I wanted to go back. I was like, was it sci-fi in the Matrix? I was like, nah, this is a bit peak. Like, I want to go back. I want to be eating my steak and all that kind of stuff. I don't like it. It's too real for me. The world is nothing like what you thought it was. And I've been, you know, I'm old enough to realize that, and I'm aware and awake to realize that. And there's a lot of people that, when I was putting those videos out this week, a lot of people so hurt. Like, I never understood that. Like, this is the thing. I like Michael Jackson. Like, I'm a big fan. We grew up with Michael Jackson in the household. He was like a dad. He was always there playing in the house, always. So I was very, like very protective of him when I was younger, because obviously people came out and said he was you know, a kid fiddler and all this kind of stuff, and I didn't believe. But if someone was to say to me like, "Oh, yeah, he was a kid fiddler, he did all this," I'd be like, "Okay, I don't think he was. I mean, we won't truly know. Only him and them kids know." But like, okay, that doesn't mean I'm gonna hate you for having saying that to me about something that a guy that I loved. I don't hate you for that. That's your opinion. I don't agree. Now let's go get a drink together. But it seems that you can't have a difference of opinion. You can't question something. Someone said, "Oh, when I was talking about the protest, there was a lot of comments saying, 'Oh, were you there?' and all that kind of stuff." So do I need to be there to have an opinion? I weren't there where the Oscars were taking place. I wasn't there when there was World War One and Two. I wasn't there at the gas chambers. I wasn't there in slavery. But I have pretty good opinions on those things. It's that kind of protectiveness where like, you know, it's that, and what that shows is a lack of strength in your belief or strength in what you know to be true. It's fragile because if you're secure about your whatever you have, whatever you're protecting, if you're secure about that, and someone mentions things, you're like, no, no, that's not true. I don't believe that, but and you keep it moving. When you're insecure about something, when it's fragile, that's when you're like, oh, you get emotional. This is the emotional trait, a feminine trait. You get emotional and irrational about it and get angry. Someone says, "Oh, I hate you," like, "Oh, I hate this channel," all this kind of stuff for questioning something. So you are not allowed to question anything. It's interesting, man. But there's a lot of people like this. These people are part of the programming, man. Um. Oh man, Chi, ain't seen you in a while. What's going on? Um. What is going on? What are we talking about? Oh, well, we've talked about a lot of things. But the main subject is the courage to be disliked. You're gonna have to watch on the playback because I'm gonna be ending it soon. Yeah, the courage to be disliked, the courage not to be liked by people, the courage to stand up and have an opinion, not to be a people pleaser, not to bend over and get rogered at work and take every project under the sun and do the overtime and do the reports and stay later than everyone else, all that kind of stuff. To stand up for yourself, the power to say no instead of yes. The power to have an opinion, say, "Oh, I don't like that outfit you're wearing. I don't think it suits you," or whatever. You know. Um, D says epidemic of Munchausen. Lots of people are addicted to attention, in my opinion. Yeah. Um, there's been such a huge shift in the world, and no one is talking about it. Yeah, I think there are people talking about it. I just don't think they talk about it in the mainstream. But people are talking about it. A lot of people are. I see talk about on YouTube and socials, and people just like I spoke to, like in the real world, people are on the level know it. People like you and me, we know it. But on the mainstream, you ain't go see it. They're going like everything's just rosy in the park. You know, here's the next episode of Gogglebox or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Everything's good. Shut up and keep watching. But I think we all know it. You can't. You know what I mean? Even if you have a little bit of, if you're an awoken one, they call it the chosen ones now. But I agree with it. If you're a chosen one, if you're a welcome one, you know something's wrong. You can feel it. You're not stupid. You can feel it. You may not be able to touch or anything like that, but you just feel. You know, society has shifted. There's been a big shift. That's why I'm all about creating communities and trying to get it back in some form. I think if we all do this kind of thing, maybe we can try to take it back, but legitimately, not with these fake movements like all these things that we've had before, BLM and whatnot. These fake movements, these fake led by people that are not legit, nefarious people, nefarious plans. You know, uh, how do you reply to people? I guess you just at them, man. I don't know, man. I guess you just at the person. Um, I love Godivore. We're gonna be cutting out, man. We're gonna be. I'm gonna close the line. No one's called today, so maybe we're doing next weekend. Maybe we get some calls next weekend. So going to hide that and we get some calls. It's funny. I thought people were gonna come and cuss me up, so that's good. That no one did. I was ready for it. So I'm taking it off anyway. I love the Jackson 5. I saw them in Glasgow in 1979. Wow. Then I saw MJ again when he was on this Dangerous tour. Amazing both times. Man, I've never seen him in real life. I've only seen that film he came up with. I can't remember the film. When he turns into a car. Crazy film. I was too young to see that. I didn't know what was going on. All I knew the dancing was fire. Yeah, man, we grew up with the Jackson 5s. Man, I'm just thinking about his music. Got to be there, got to be there in morning. Oh man. Hey, Michael, man. Oh man. He was, yeah, yeah. But if someone to say, oh yeah, he was a kid fiddler, I'd be like, I don't believe that. I'm not gonna hate you for it. Why is everything so black and white? Why is it like that? Why is it like you have it's one belief or the other and that's it? And if you do have your black and white belief, why can't we shake hands and just call bygones be bygones and move on? I don't understand it. We've been pitted against each other, man. The lefts and the rights. I want to talk about that. That may be the next live. I want to talk about that because it's something I've been seeing happening, and it's not for the good. But I won't say too much. I won't spoil it. Um, 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 um. There. So there you go. That's John Paul Harrington's telling you how to do it. Uh, yeah. Let's see. Uh, sorry, that should have been 1976 when I saw the Jackson 5. Okay, cool. No one likes me for long. Sorry, just let me type on that. No one likes me for long. Well, as long as you like you, do you know what I mean? I mean, that's what it's coming down to now. As long as you're happy with yourself and you're not harming anyone, that's all you can ask for. What was it? Um, rather they love you for something you are than hate you for something you're. No, wait. Either love you for something. I'd rather they hate me for something I am than love me for something I'm not. If I got that wrong, you know what I mean. I feel like I got that wrong anyway. Oh, dear, gee. Yeah, I think that's a sign. I end this stream, man. Let me go through this. No, it's hate me for something I am, then love me for something I'm not. That's it. Duh. Yeah. It's been late. Sorry, guys. It was a late one. I've been working hard today. Um, I don't know it. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Always Storm says, I was staunch advocate for my patients. They used to call me Matilda as I was always in matron's chokey. Chucky? I don't know. Trust me, it's very hard to whistleblow in the NHS. Okay. I think this conversation. It's good to see you guys having your conversations, man. I love that. I love that. I love that. Um, bye, guys. I got bread to make. Oh, yo. Okay, make that bread, man. Make that bread. Make that bread. Good luck on that. You know what I mean? Let us know how it goes next time, huh? Um, anyway, I think I am going to end it now. As you know, we've got people making bread here, and I've realised the time 10 minutes over my 1 hour usual. So yeah, I've enjoyed that. I hope you have enjoyed that too. Yeah, again, I do videos every Monday at 5:30 p.m. UK time. Wednesday 5:30 p.m. UK time. Friday usually sometime in the morning, and then a live either Friday or Saturday. And that's it, man. That's the schedule. That's what we do every week. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. Let's put this one here. Um, well, I know what I know, but I'm still what? But I'm still me packaged up in labels from YouTube, etc. If WWW had never happened, I'd still be me, happily doing all I enjoy. What the F is wrong with that? I'm sick of feeling like I'm different. Okay, you're feeling like you're different, man. A lot of I feel like I'm different. A lot of us feel like I'm different, and then you speak to other people. Like I spoke to the guy yesterday, and he feels like he's different. I think what it is, I think that's the good thing about social media is that you can connect with people you never would have connected before. Like I do love, I'm speaking to people, you guys, most of you, I never would have spoken to you if it weren't for this. That's the beauty of it. And then you find out people feel how you feel. People feel how you feel. You just don't see it right in front of you, you know? Um, Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna end it there. People, remember to leave a like. Yeah, do the HBO. Give me the HBO special, man. Help a brother out. Comment, like, subscribe. Remember, I do 3 videos a week, then a live. And yeah, man, if you want to send me anything, any emails, 'cause I'm getting some emails from you. I'm getting links from you, so I really appreciate that. Some YouTube links, some other video links, other content creators. You sending me emails. Keep it coming, man. You want to say something to me? The WhatsApp as well. I didn't know people WhatsApping me until I opened my phone because I turned it off. And then I opened it and then I see all these messages. So, because this is just more a phone for the channel. It's not my personal phone, but I'll get back to you on that. But anyhow you want to contact me, man. I love the engagement. So yeah, I will see you again on the next one. Remember to tune into the videos, watch this on the playback if you missed most of it, and have a good weekend, people. I hope you enjoy. Stay blessed.